Try to get one up with some dads. Is that a recent development? Get these socks up. Try to work on this bar a little bit. Yeah, socks in sport mode, right. What's up, man? Try to get today going. Okay. It's kind of spooky though, Grim. You've been working out pretty regularly up until now. Having something knock you out of your rhythm like that is kind of not nice. Damn. Bummer. Well, hopefully, yeah, you can still nail your diet, and that'll allow you to continue to lose fat, but yeah, not being able to work out stinks. Sorry to hear that, bro. I didn't work out for 2 days over the weekend, and I'm feeling all out of whack, but that's how it goes sometimes, man. That's how it goes. Just gotta keep doing it. Gotta keep on doing it. Let your surgery heal up, especially doesn't sound like it's too crazy, right? And get back to work. How's training going, Minnie? Two weeks out. Ouch. Hey, Quaylen. You sure everybody? Okay, cool. Well, nice. That's good. Hips a little tight. Doing good. Finish your last heavy lifts. Let's have a pre-rivals meet this weekend. Okay. So is rivals the big one? This is a little warm-up, or is it like you're actually doing a meet and then rivals is a fun thing? Yeah, I got 2 weeks and I need all of it. I need the whole thing. I guess I can come over here and do this. I need the whole deal. I mean, I at least was able to do the lifts that I marked as my openers in training, so that's good. But my openers are pretty tame. But I'll at least able to do those. That's good. Trying to figure out what's up. Oh, jeez. Yeah, training must be going pretty good if you're like, you know, scheduling PRs like that. It's awesome. That's really good. I feel like things have been going pretty well, but hard to tell. Yeah. I think overall things have been going pretty good. What is... I don't think we hit any PRs, but... As long as I can like feel relatively good for the meet, that'd be nice. Yeah. They gave us a lot more notice this time, which I appreciate. That's good. What's up, corn dog? Look back on 10 months, man. Let me fix this sub thingy. Fix that real quick. There you go. I don't know how much I weigh right now. Maybe we're creeping up towards 200 pounds though. I don't know. I've been eating a little bit before bed recently, where I wasn't doing that before. I feel like I might need to stop doing it. I don't know. I feel like it makes me slower to get my day going. So we'll see. Well, that sucks, miniature. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay healthy going into the meet, basically, right? I haven't really been training for strength, but like I said, if we can kind of uncover some of the strength that we've got and then, you know, just not get hurt, that'd be good. The gains tab is the best place for that, Schmidt. Yep. Personal coaching, I do not know. But we talk about this kind of stuff in a general perspective and a specific, and like a, you know, person-specific perspective every day, so it doesn't cost you anything. But we talk, you know, about it all the time. You're welcome to pay me $300 a month if you want to, but you just don't have to. So, let's see what's the other day. Well, yeah. Once again, I mean, I haven't been doing any kind of powerlifting training pretty much the entire fucking time I've been training for 20 years, but especially not recently. So it's just like, let's try to get myself familiar with these lifts and, you know, go for it. Thanks, Meta, for the 5 months. So welcome back, dude. Just kind of see how it goes. Try to have a good attitude, not get hurt, have fun. So, that's what we'll do. Thank you though, man. What I will do is provide you with the basics and let you take it from there, which is a good thing to do. People don't always like that, but it is what it is. There comes a time where you gotta kind of do what you gotta do. Launch on lifting goals? Just improvement. But I must lift every day because it helps me not be depressed and anxious all the time and mad. I'm a much nicer person if I work out regularly. If I don't, then the rage comes out. So we don't want that. We don't want that. We want channeled, focused rage turned into something positive, so. But I mean, bodybuilding competition is fun too. Making gains is good, being healthy is good. But yeah, you mostly work out so you don't You know, don't feel so bad all the time. Then I'll take 2 days off if it's better for my family, but it definitely doesn't help me mentally. But here we are in the gym, trying to get my head on straight, like I said, and you'll see that a lot of times in the morning I don't quite have my attitude on right yet. But here we are doing the shit, you know what I mean? So that we can be how we want to be, feel how we want to feel, and be effective and not mean. You gotta kind of pull yourself together on a daily basis. That's the main thing. Yeah. You gotta pull yourself together. Have practice doing that. You know what I mean? So here we are. Exclamation mark Volt Kaiser. Eat something that you can stomach that makes you feel good, or eat more later in the day if you don't want to eat breakfast. You wake up and do some cardio. 30-minute walk might help get your appetite going first thing in the morning, and then you can eat after. Yep. Yeah, be careful on that new ACL, yeah. Sumo grip makes me feel uneven. So sumo is not a grip. Sumo is a wider stance. I talk about over under. I'm uneven anyway, so maybe it evens it out. You know. Maybe that's what's happening. I'm uneven anyway. Yeah, there's one on the 27th. Yep. So 2 weeks from now, man. Yep. 2 weeks from now. It's happening, brother. Get ready. 27th at noon PST, I believe. Yep. Get ready. Get ready. It's coming. So let's see teams. Well, when I was a captain, they picked them a day out, but they probably have them planned out a little bit before. Jesus, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the weakest one there this time. We'll see. I don't know if I'm beating anybody, except I'm just trying to just do my thing, you know, which I guess is an okay place to be. Oh, we'll see, huh? Yeah. Well, now we're trying to train for the meet, but not necessarily trying to get stronger. It's more like uncover the strength. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. My head's not right today, this morning, but give me a little while and I'll feel a little better. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be good. I'm very grateful they've invited me back too. You know, we've been able to be part of all of them so far, which is crazy because they're really fun events and people seem to enjoy them. I'm glad to bring some good energy, even if I'm not the strongest guy. You know. But when we got 2 weeks to kind of uncover some strength, right? Yep. Yep. Well, who do you think the last two are? This time around, it's me and then who else? Ugh. Because I'm like the bodybuilder, but I also think they bring me in because I've been doing this fitness thing for a while, you know? Like, yeah, we better bring in old Bajheera. He's been doing lifting streams for a while. Better show this guy a little love. Oh yeah, son, yeah, maybe we'll be similar. True. That's true. That's true. My fellow kind of natty bodybuilder. Yeah, that's true. I bet he's a little stronger than me, but yeah, that's right. Doesn't he have kind of an insane bench? I don't remember. Okay, it's a deadlift grip, whatever feels comfortable for you. Because yeah, I think he's definitely got me on bench then. I'm not gonna be even touching the 300 round thing. I doubt it. We'll see. I mean, if you're just training deadlifts for deadlift purposes, I would just use straps. The reason I'm training this mixed grip thing is because you're not using straps in the meet, so I may as well get used to the grip, right? But yeah, I mean, if your grip's only, just use straps. My numbers right now are like mid 2s, mid 3s, low 4s probably. So. I mean, I think you probably ought to get straps rather than hook grip. Can you use straps to mixed grip? No, I'd just do double overhand with straps. That's for training purposes, unless you're specifically trying to practice deadlift without straps, in which case do whatever you want. You could try hook grip if you want to beat the hell out of your thumbs, or you could try mixed grip. Just gotta be careful. But yeah, if you're just doing deadlifts to train deadlifts, like, you know, for the muscle building properties, then yeah, just go ahead and get straps. But if you want to train grip specifically, then I would train whatever kind of grip you want to train. But I think there are probably other ways to train grip than doing deadlifts, right? Like, I'm not like a grip training guy, but like I've been doing like hangs from like gymnastics rings that I have outside. But you can do it on like a bar or whatever. Anything that involves holding onto something is gonna work your grip, right? There's like crushing grip, pinching grip, and then just like holding grip, right? And primarily you're gonna be working holding grip for a deadlift. So, hold on to stuff, whether it's plates, dumbbells, hold onto a bar. But if your grip is limiting you on deadlifts, I wouldn't let that happen. Because your forearms are kind of small muscles compared to like your back and your legs. So the fact that they're fatiguing faster is completely understandable. But you don't necessarily want your forearms to be like the limiting factor to building your back and legs, right? And you have to just try not to put pressure on your biceps so much. Hey, Brunner. Trying to get more up a little bit today, man. What does belt do? Let's me squeeze the abs quite a bit. Dude, Flippa, thank you so much, man, for the 500 subs. Big flicks for you. Trying to get this week started, man. I'm right there with you, dude. Thank you, man. That's big time support, dude. I appreciate it, man. I believe in the power, bro. Thanks for sending it my way. And I appreciate the belief in me. Trying to get it going, bro. But you flex your abs really hard against the belt pushes back in. So it's a lot of internal core activation to connect your upper and lower body. Right? Oh, it does help, for sure, man. For sure. For sure. Helps us get this thing going, man. Like I said, you guys just gotta excuse me if sometimes my head's not on straight first thing in the morning, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Is one day of resting a heavy workout enough? I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I would rather not take any days off, but one day off is probably enough. But like, you can train legs and then go train something else the next day, but you probably want to take a couple days off between big leg workouts. Is that what you mean? I think this feels the best. I'm just gonna practice this. Because right now what I'm doing is practicing for the meet more than anything else, so. These are, you know, these are practice reps as much as anything else. I'm not really trying to build on a strength right now. I'm more like trying to unlock it and like refine my technique here, right? More than anything else. Now that you're getting back in the gym though, man. Best lift for 4 days a week? I don't know. Maybe just push-pull legs and just keep rotating through. I usually just push-pull legs, arms, and shoulders. But and it does vary. Oh, Mr. Zombie, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? How goes saving the world, bro? Miss seeing you around. Well, good to see you today. Thanks for 35 months, man. Big flex for you. Appreciate it, dude. How's it going? Feel ya. Feel ya. I do feel you on that one, brother, man. Doing our thing. That's what it is. Hope you're doing good, though, man. It's good to see some of the familiar faces checking in. Miss you guys. But I know everybody's just doing their thing. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Welcome back though, man. Almost 3 years is crazy. Appreciate that prime investment. I'll take care of it for the month. The prime investment. Don't feel the pump and dumps. Okay. Don't use the word dumps in here, please. But if you're not feeling the pump, then you might need to do different kind of workouts. So, yeah. I look pretty built for deadlift now. Well, I don't really have very long arms. I'm like 5'11". I think my wingspan's like 6'1". But bulk, I was doing just like a sort of just it fits my life diet change for a little bit. So But now we're trying to eat a little more. Move it into the meat. Then I'll probably diet down a little bit again for the beach. Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, just, you know, just a little different priorities right now, you know, so gotta bring the body weight down a little bit just to kind of fit the demands of life, you know, so yeah, I mean, I don't have very long arms. I mean, it's proportional, but I don't have like huge long arms. No. I don't know. We'll get it moving though. Try to. All right, let's see one of these. Everything's moving pretty fine today. Trying to get warmed up a little bit. But I'm more of a bodybuilder myself. But we're trying to do this. This is your power meet because we were invited to do it, so we're trying to get after it a little bit. Trying to get warmed up to it. So many people are asking about Lost Ark recently. More people are asking about Lost Ark than WoW even, which is interesting to me. Just take a little break, man. Got other stuff to do, basically. Very interesting, see that. Just gotta get into some other stuff, you know? And after it, yes indeed. What's max deadlift? I haven't really posted any kind of max. We did 405 last workout, that felt pretty good. But yeah, I don't know, maybe a little higher than that probably, but maybe not much higher. Certainly haven't set any deadlift PRs. Getting your WOW gains? Good, yeah, good. Nice. Yeah, WOW's great right now, it's just, you know, I've done so much in WoW already, and I don't know how much more room I have to grow in WoW besides just sort of doing the same stuff, you know? Like I could keep posting WoW videos, I could keep doing WoW streams. I mean, I'm sure I could post a new warrior guide and a new add-ons video and that would get a lot of views, but like, I love WoW, but I'm also passionate about trying to expand and do different stuff, you know? So. Now I think Lost Ark is popping off. I'm just doing different stuff. Right? So, streaming stuff, I mean, it's all good. It's a dream job, but you know, I'm still passionate and ambitious and I want to grow. And part of growing is being willing to do new stuff sometimes, you know? Even if the long-term progression may come at a short-term cost, you know, so. I love WoW, and I will continue to play WoW, but right now, I would rather explore some new adventures than just keep doing the same old thing, you know? It's just kind of part of who I am, what I want to do. I like to build things. Yeah, there's nothing I'd rather be doing, that's for sure. I mean, realistically, people like yourself have allowed me to make this into something that's very solid in terms of its foundation, zombie. So, I can expand, I can take time to do new projects, you know? Because we're in a good spot, you know? We're in a good spot. We've put in the work. Definitely not the biggest streamer. but we're, in terms of our business, relatively well established, so. We can do that kind of thing. We can do that experiment. We get to do different stuff. I think I only did one set of those, right? I feel like I maybe should do another one. I did send you some more Diablo Immortal stuff, Quentin. Yep. I was sleeping better. I feel like the past little bit I haven't been doing as good of a job on sleep, but yeah. Yeah, Chaos, that's what we're trying to do, man. Trying to do our thing. And I know my style isn't for everybody, but it is for me, you know what I mean? My style is for me, so I can do it consistently every day. And, you know, it's an ebb and a flow, but we're doing our thing. I'm grateful for that opportunity, you know? I can do things that I believe in and feel good about, right? Not have to be somebody else or do something that I don't want to do, you know? So. Now, I wasn't able to really check in on the Diablo 4 showcase a lot because we were pretty much doing Jenny's graduation thing, but Diablo 4 would be great, yep. Doesn't sound like it's gonna be, wait a minute. There we go. Yep, do your thing, Quentin. Just keep having fun with it, man. Just make it good, bro. Just make it good. Just do a good job. Pick good clips. Make it a sick video. That's all there is to it. Got this. Do your thing. So, is it worth it to put, it was 275, now it's 315, yeah. I wonder if it's worth it to put like 20, you know what I mean? Like, or 325 to do, if I'm gonna do the same sets as last time. I wonder if it's worth it to do like 10 pounds more, maybe. We could try it. 13 is your max? Well, not forever. Just keep grinding, and that'll come up. Keep grinding, keep eating. Yeah, you can throw the shorts in there too if you want. I guess, right? Should we? What do you think? Did this come from the other side? Where did this come from? The hell? This is a nice clip. Where did this come from? Alright. Oh, it came from this. Like, why is this in my hand? There we go. Why do I have this? Yeah, we can throw 325 around for a little bit. That'll be fine. Why not? I gotta focus up. So we'll do 325. Just so it's the tiniest little bit of progressive overload. And I was only doing 3x3 on these last workout, and that was probably fine. Just hit it and then move up. Perhaps, huh? Maybe. Yep. 3 teams trying to get serious? Not quite yet. You still gotta mean it though. You know, it's still a deadlift. I think I'm just gonna do what we did last time, is do like some 3x3s. Trap bar is great, yeah. That's where the clips came from, exactly, yeah. Okay. Let's get started with this. Yeah. How I can turn to steps? I'm not sure about steps. But I mean, I work out for about 2 hours, and then I go for like a 30-40 minute walk with Jenny. So I think Jenny said that our walks are around maybe 5,000 steps plus a workout. I'm not sure how many calories I'm at. Haven't really been tracking recently. Just going off feel a little bit. All we need to do is 3 right now. You'd eyeball what, around 500 calories? 2 hours of working out and a 30-minute walk, you think is 500 calories of expenditure? I think it's probably a little more than that. Yeah, I think it's probably a little more than that. Feels heavy, man. What the fuck? 550? Sure. Alright. That does feel kind of heavy. Feels a little heavy. No straps? Mm-hmm. We're trying to practice for the meet, right? These aren't really deadlifts that we're trying to like big training deadlifts. It's more just like specific exercise practice. So we're kind of trying to specifically practice for this deadlift thing. I mean, I probably burned 500 working out. I mean, these aren't very intense workouts because they're kind of more dedicated towards recovering for the lifts, right? Instead of doing something between and doing relatively low reps and stuff. But yeah. What else wants to work with? Watch and learn, dude. Not a whole lot right now. Watch and learn, bro. You're here. We're doing deads. That's about it. I have no idea when I'm competing in bodybuilding again. But we have the powerlifting meet coming up in 2 weeks, so there's that. That's kind of our next thing on the menu, on the horizon. Heavy today. Heavy. What numbers? I think I put my openers at like 275 bench, 315 squat, 405 deadlift. You lift up a lot when you're down at competition level? Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course. But you're not trying to lift the heavy, we're doing bodybuilding show, you're trying to get lean. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. Pretty weak. You're all diet down like that. But yeah, those are the openers. I don't know what I'll be ultimately doing. We'll kind of base it off those openers, I guess. The 405 might even be a little reachy. Might be a little reachy, all things considered. But hopefully, you know, in 2 weeks we'll feel a little stronger, a little more prepared. 2 weeks ain't that long, but you know, it's 2 weeks. Another, you know, maybe 3 workouts each for squat, bench, and deadlift. To, you know, give you some training, but also allow you to recover a little bit before the meet, something like that. So we'll see. Richard Hawthorne, yeah, the GOAT of deadlift. I think that helped get a few little tips and tricks leading into the meet. Once again, I don't think I'm gonna make a lot of improvement leading into the meet. It's just sort of uncovering what we've got, right? Is Richard Hawthorne, is that the Ant? They call him the Ant. Is that guy? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay. What are some of the cool things that the Ant? Yeah, his philosophy than anyone else. I bet he can pretty much touch his ankles standing up straight, though, right? He's got insanely long arms. Yeah, he's insane. What are some helpful tips that have stuck with you? Yeah, he can pretty much touch his toes standing up straight. Pretty crazy. All right. Nothing long deadlifting arms. Blech. Trying to put a little more weight on. I want to get some working reps in, but these are heavy. These are very heavy. Very heavy. We'll do what we can. See what's up. Well, give me one. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people use like a ton of arms. You don't use your back at all or anything like that. Yeah. His physiology is different too, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, I gotta flex my back a whole lot to get my legs to be able to do their thing, right? I have to use my back a whole lot to brace, to get the weight moving. Yeah, his physics and geometry are very uniquely well suited for a deadlift for sure. 100%. And there's probably a lot to learn from him too. Still. But yeah, it's a different ball game for someone with that long arms, I would imagine. Yep. But yeah, a leg press, yep. I'm with you on that. But I do have to really lock my back in to be able to leg press it like that, right? Yep. Yep. Yeah, well, we didn't get to do a gym stream over the we didn't get to do a gym stream over the weekend. Yeah. You brace by applying pressure to the floor and being in the right position. Yep. Yep. Feel ya. Feel ya. I just think for me, I have to like really consciously flex my back into the bar and stuff. But yep. Don't know if it's cheating, but you elevate the bar off the floor. I mean, yeah. I try not to use my lower back too much. I'm talking about like my upper mid back, like lats and traps and all that stuff. I have to like lock that in a whole lot, right? To be able to get the bar off the ground to the point where I can push with my legs, right? So, yeah. That kind of do with my leg strength too. Maybe do single arm movements, Boomsy. Do like, you know, do one tricep, do one arm at a time. Just little 3Bs. Hey, Hammy. What's up, man? Ready for the most when I do this deadlift? I mean, if I really brace my back very hard right now, I'm kind of focusing on my upper back more than anything else. And then pushing my hips through my glutes, I guess. The thing that hurts the most is my hands, probably. Uh-huh. Yeah. You wouldn't flex your back? That's fine. Everybody's completely dead? I don't agree. I don't think that's how I'm feeling strong and effective right now, but something to think about and work towards. Uh-huh. The bar won't come off the floor very well if I don't really mean business with bracing my back like in and strong like that. It won't come off the floor. Once again, my arms aren't that long, so I can't just leg press, you know? I have to like get here before I can leg drive. Like I have to get the bar off the ground and get in position. Yeah. Yeah. But very interesting. Are those touch and goes that were controlled? Yeah. I mean, he's a deadlift expert, but you are going to have different leverage and things are going to feel a little bit different depending on your body. And he, once again, is very uniquely suited for the deadlift because his arms are so freaking long, right? Like he's already, like, when he's down with the bar, he's probably like already like here. You know, like he's probably here so he can just push the bar, you know? Maybe that's an exaggeration, but yeah, I mean, like he's already almost at lockout before he even pulls. Yeah, exactly. Especially if the bar has some give, right? So he gets in there, he gets the bar, like, you know, out of the, he pulls the slack out of the bar and he's already over his knees almost, right? Like, that's a different ball game. But yeah, that's awesome to learn from him. I'm sure there's like some really good cues and stuff. But everybody's different, you know what I mean? Everybody's got a little bit different leverages and stuff. So, I definitely don't have the Richard Hawthorne arms, but we'll keep working on it. Yeah, we'll keep working on it. Any body type works? Yeah, I mean, you can do deadlifts with any body type, but not everybody's gonna have the bar to their knees before it comes off the ground, you know what I mean? But yeah. Yep, very interesting. Very interesting. But if I try to just leg drive without keeping my back strong, my strength is not there. So things are gonna get weird. So I gotta really mean business with keeping my back strong. So I can move the bar off the ground. But once I get it off the ground, I definitely can leg drive, for sure. But yeah, but I gotta get it moving first. Is there anything to do for lower back? Most lower back movements are actually glute movements. So you can do hip thrusts, lie on the ground and push your hips up. You can do like wide stance deadlifts. You can do like the little things I've been doing with the kettlebell. Glutes and hamstrings are like the main thing, right? Sumo's cool. I think I'm better off doing it this way right now. Just on short sort of prep. Yeah. So, shorter arms are great for press. Yeah, for sure. Short arms are great for pressing. And, you know, my press has been historically pretty good. So, I feel like I was getting pretty strong on sumo, but I don't have a good grip on sumo. I think if you really want to commit to sumo, hook grip is kind of something that you might need to work on. But, I mean, maybe I could do mixed grip with sumo. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really feel, that might not feel natural. And I hate that my thumbs get crunched against my leg. That's just annoying. So, just lift conventional. Call it good, I guess. I don't like hook grip. I mean, I haven't really practiced it either, but I don't like the idea of just like destroying your thumbs. Eventually it probably doesn't hurt as much, but once again, I'm mostly just kind of doing switch grip for the meat, and then we'll go back to probably just using straps for training purposes. Okay. So now set of 3. It's not insane, but I mean, it is moving, right? So that's good. That's good. Yeah, once I get the bar off the ground, then I can definitely drive with my glutes and stuff. But I think my head up is a little bit important too right now. It's just it's interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of similar things with the deadlift, but it's all kind of working towards the same goal, right? It looks like it's fall outside right now, man. It's weirding me out. What's up, Truly? It's weirding me out. But yeah, like the head down, back, slack kind of thing, that's what I do on like rack pulls. But for me, a deadlift doesn't really work that way. But I'm not surprised because it sounds like Richard Hawthorne probably is rack pulling a deadlift almost because he's insane. Alright, sucks when inserting under the bars to accommodate yourself. Well, yeah, but what we're practicing right now is specifically like a deadlift from the ground, right? We're trying to do a very specific sort of practice for this meet. So we're not gonna like do like deficit deadlifts and things like that are good for building a deadlift, but we gotta focus up. No, not 405, 345. Not real heavy. It feels really heavy, but it ain't really heavy. It does feel pretty heavy though, right now. We're working on it. We are working on it. But yeah, what you're describing, Ghoul, is just like if you wanted to really focus on upper back, you do like a rack pull. My max ever is 485, but definitely not there right now. We could get there again. It's just not what we've been doing, you know? Haven't been working towards strength with our training or our food, but it's all good. 500, maybe eventually, yeah. I don't feel like 500 is like out of reach. Just gotta take some time. So I think we'll eat a little more and train for the meet. Once the meet is over, I'll probably do another little mini cut to get ready for the beach and just sort of be comfortable out in the sun, not as heavy. And then when we come back from the beach, probably kind of pick back up with the lean bulk. I don't think I'll be competing this year. I don't know, man. I don't know when we're gonna compete bodybuilding again. Might just not worry about it, just make gains for a while. You know? Say F it. We've been dinking around in a deficit as is what it is. If I get 440, be happy? Well, you will get 440 for sure. You 100% will. 100%. And then you'll be trying to progress from there, you know? Be part of the fun. Which is nice. I bet they'll help you out, man. Did you apply my code and my link to that so you get a little discount? Sheesh, that is heavy. You did excellent, man. Thanks for the support. I'll serve you well. Jeez Louise. Is it heavy? Okay, Roxer, you'll find that by doing it. You got this, start light. Darn. Heavy today. But we're starting the week off strong, getting these deads in our system, trying to establish some momentum here for the rest of the week, you know? All right, let's throw a little more on there. Keep working. Lay some foundation here. Some foundation. $365, huh? All right. Okay. That can be arranged, I think. Kind of on the heavy side today, though. Definitely feeling it. But it's only 3, right? So. Should be able to get that moving. Got 3 reps left in the tank is great. 4 sets of. So you're talking about 4 sets or like your actual sets are only supposed to be 4 reps? But that's good that they're getting you squared away on that, man. Go Legion. Thanks for taking care of my peeps. Okay, gotta activate. Man, oh man. Heavy today. We got it going though. It is a little heavy today though. But there's 3, 1 set down. I kind of want to put straps on. I feel like honestly my hands are maybe the primary limiting factor here. Not even the grip, it's actually just like the it's just the skin gets real raw. I might throw these on just so I can get the work in my back and stuff I need, the legs and core and whatnot. Double overhand with straps for sure, but wrist grips, yeah. I'm doing the mixed grip for the meet practice, but right now my hands are getting a little bit raw and I don't want to have that be the limiting factor here. I think I did too many warm-up reps. Maybe? Or my hands are just soft from not working out for 2 days. I got soft. I don't think you do switch grip on Versa grips. The last rounds with me, they do not. That's why I'm not using them most of the time. Are most bodybuilders on? I don't think most bodybuilders are on drugs, no. But, and then probably there's some. Yeah, you're not allowed to use straps in powerlifting, yeah. Where is the bar place on your hand? It should be on your fingertips. What do you mean? So now we're to no overhand, which is not what we've been doing, so we need to be smart here. All right. That's a good burner. I'm definitely not at my fingertips. No. Definitely not on the fingertips. Once again, I bet your boy can probably wrap his, he probably can touch his wrist. Like his finger, he probably has gigantic hands too, doesn't he? Like big old long arms, big old long fingies. Yep. Yeah. I'm definitely not strong enough to hold the bar with my fingertips. Yeah. Definitely not. Yeah. We'll keep working though. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Always room to improve, but on 2 weeks before the meet, kind of just getting it going the best way I can, right? Do one more like that. I really don't think that you use mixed grip. Do you? With the straps? I don't think I ever have. I don't think I want to. It sounds kind of weird. Sounds like it might pull on my arm in a way that I don't like. Although I do kind of like being locked in like this. That does feel pretty good. I know I'm working meat back in the diet now, but I was eating no meat for a couple years there. That's good. It's good. We're switching it up. Yep. Definitely cool to experiment with different types of grip and form and whatnot. Yep. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're just trying to make it work with what we've got right now, which feels pretty good overall. The main thing is I just feel fairly solid and not getting hurt, right? I don't love putting on the straps right now, but was that my that was my second one at 365, right? Right? I did the first one with no straps and the second one with okay. I wonder what this feels like. Is this stupid? I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. That actually feels fine. That actually feels the best to have the switch grip still. Okay. Yeah, I don't really wear my belt that tight. Let's make sure I lock my shoulder in. Whew. Yeah, I think it is better with the straps, yeah. Okay, that's awesome, abs. Okay, so we have a date with 385 now for a couple singles. We've made it to the singles portion of our workout. It's good. Now we did 385 last time too, but it was the second single. 425 no. It's right there on the screen for you, bud. I can do like 390, so I'm not doing the exact same weight as before. Wouldn't make it that much of a difference, I don't think. Hashtag progressive overload. Yeah. Hashtag progressive overload. I gotta lock that lat in something fierce. Can't be letting it hang like that. What can you advise I consume instead of meat? I ate a lot of Gardein. I ate a lot of corn, Quorn. Those two brands make good stuff. Just find some non-meat protein sources. Yep. I gotta lock my shoulder in better. But if we're only doing sets of one, should be okay. So last time we did 3. So we did 3x3 with 315, 335, 355. We increased that by 10 on everything. Then we did 375, 385, 405 for our singles. I'm not doing 385 because 385 was part of our progression last time, and I don't want it on the board again, so I'm gonna do 390 for one, and then we'll go from there. And we'll go from there. And we'll go from there. See, I need some feeling in my thumbs for my job, right? I'm a gamer. Gotta keep the gamer thumbs going, right? Okay. A couple more of these. Ideally, we do like 3 more sets. Going up a little each time. We'll see. We'll see. Yep, had a couple cookies. Yep, exactly. A couple cookies at the bar. It's a little something. All right. Pounds for sure. All right. Oh. Come on now. This is good. We go up a little off that. Let's go a little bit heavier than that. Or 10 is where I'd like to go. $20 heavier at this kind of weight is kind of a lot, but I think if we can get it off the floor, it generally will go. So that's good. That's good. $410. That's a lot. But it's a little more than last time. That's good. That rep felt pretty good. Just gotta brace. My max all 3, exclamation mark stats. Yep. Get you that. Yep. What's got you so tired, Quaylen? I did strain my pec pretty good. But I think we're okay. What's got you so tired? Unloading these weights kind of funny. But whatever. Whatever. I could have just thrown another big plate on, but I don't take as many plates off that way right now. Okay, here we go. All right. Lower master. Oh man. Make sure you're getting that sleep. There we go. Oh, come on now. Push. Good. It's good. It's heavy, but it's good. It's good. Kind of heavy. Yeah. Tough. No, I just strained it. No bruise or dent or anything. It just hurt. So. I can still kind of feel it. It's like still a little bit tight. But not that bad. I mean, I can feel it right now, you know, like it's up in there. Oh well, you know. Oh well. The reality is I probably don't need to do more than that. That's only 5 pounds more than last time, but what, like no effort, that was tough. It was tough. I'm glad I look good. That was tough though. I just don't know if I need to do much more than that today. I guess we did do more warm-up sets and stuff, so. We kind of skipped one of the singles, but I don't really need to do that many singles at the end. It's okay. I think 410 is good for today. Don't really need to put more pressure on my lower back or anything. I think that'll do on the deadlifts. The last rep will be taking all these freaking weights off. That's good though. It's technically a 5-pound upgrade in a lot of what we did. I just didn't do I didn't do a single at 375. I mean, I could go back and do one, but I don't know if there's value in that at this point. And 410 is good for now. That's good. We'll leave off on a good note and not have any kind of twinges or weirdness. That last one got into my lower back. An acceptable amount, but I don't think I need to do it again. You know what I mean? It was well braced and everything. It's just don't need to do it again. Thought it was like 475. Well, we'll get back to that, but after having done no lifting with any kind of heavy weight at all for a long time, it's okay. It'll do. It'll do. It'll do. You know? What we're trying to do mostly at this point is just sort of uncover the strength that we have. But yeah, that worked out okay. That worked out all right. All things considered. Because sometimes I actually feel even better with no straps. I think we just did a lot of warm-up reps today, so. That is the sour candy. It's good. It was good. Yeah, Legion stuff is kind of flying off the shelves right now, from what I understand. So, yeah, it can be tough to pick up what you want, unfortunately, right now, from what I hear. Flying off the shelves. Oh, Jim, it is, yeah, it is. Yep. Pretty cool, huh? Hard to keep it in stock. It is what it is, though. I'm not using a deadlift bar, no. It's from JPG for TikTok? Oh, yeah? Good. Hopefully you guys are using some of my link and code as well, but that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I would love to work with them for the long haul too, but I don't know if we can compete with old JPG. Oh well. We'll keep doing our thing. Yeah, 11 sets isn't as pretty as 12 sets of working weight, but it'll do. We'll say we did 10 and then a bonus set. That's fine. Blueberries bis, I agree. I agree. Let's do a couple little cool down sets, and then I gotta go for a walk with Jenny. Be good. Get some sun. Then we'll be back to play some games. We'll probably just play more Diablo Immortal today. I gotta think about what we want to play next. I'm thinking Elden Ring, but we'll see. Elden Ring would be a different kind of editing thing. I'd have to be going through a lot of long VODs, I bet. Maybe Quaylen would enjoy doing some cut downs. How did you like doing the VOD cut downs before, Quaylen? Maybe even Lance could do that. But I just already got a lot on his plate. I pretty much be starting fresh. I'm like an hour or two in, so. But we never did. Never did get that first little bit of Elden Ring gameplay on the main channel, I don't think. But that'd be fun, right? I'm trying to be a good boy and starting stop them while we're ahead. Yeah, it did quit. Okay. Is this like a damage total workout? No, we're on the tail end. Yeah, we just did all this stuff. Now I'm just doing a couple accessories at the end of it. Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be in the VODs and it'd be on YouTube and stuff. I'm still having fun with Diablo Immortal, but I think Elden Ring is kind of like, it's a game that's been, available to us, and it's just sort of like, okay, so Diablo Immortal's fun, but if we wanted to try to invest some time in a new game, what would that new game be? And I know I'm kind of behind the hype wave on Elden Ring, but it'd still be fun, I think. Definitely missed the hype wave, but we were really soaking in the juice from Lost Ark, which is good, so. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you definitely can put a lot of money in the game if you wanted to, David, but you can also not do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just all over? Okay, cool. Cool. Maybe we'll do that then. Maybe we'll do that. But I don't think PC controls are very good for that game. And I'm not very like familiar with the controller so much. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I like finding games to grind, and I think Elden Ring is like a good game to like grind for like a little while, right? It's not like an MMO or anything, but you know, you gotta grind your character and you gotta grind your skills, your player skills, and your boss mechanics and stuff, right? I don't usually, you know, play games that are that frustrating by design, but yeah. Maybe, Quillen, maybe. Yeah. That's cool, Lance. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta get good, yeah. You have a back extension kind of thing? I mean, I just set up so that the pad's up against, you know, like right on my hips. Yeah. I can play Elden Ring on PC, right? With PC controls, you think? I just feel so weird on a controller sometimes. I don't know. Is the Quarry, is that a story game? Gotta talk to a doctor about that one, Hextile. I wouldn't want to give you bad advice. I mean, I'm pretty sure Aswin played it with keyboard and mouse controls. He did all right. Interactive horror games. We've done some of those on stream. Probably not what I'm looking for right now. Good job, Sevens. But yeah, I would want you to, like, if you can safely do it, look into like the McGill Big 3. And maybe 90-90 breathing, but your situation is probably unique, and you're gonna need to talk to somebody who actually knows what's going on to give you advice on what's best for you to do, like safe, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think those games are best. I think those games are like best controlled by a controller. I just don't prefer controller in general. Now, a lot of times I'll do straight-legged deadlifts, but I think I'm done with the barbell for today. I think I'm just gonna keep doing these guys for a little bit. Maybe I'll do some kettlebells. I think I'm done with the barbell for today. I'm trying to be a good boy and stop it on a good note, but just be smart about it instead of like reaching for that one last one, you know? Just be smart. Get the work in, do it again tomorrow, you know? Which is not really all that different than what I've been doing, but sometimes you get cute, you try to go for that one more. Things get weird. Yeah, gotcha, Alex, yeah. I mean, are Dragonflight Alpha invites going out? Okay. Mouse and keyboard, I think, is kind of what I would feel most comfortable with. We'll see. What's one advice to give to get lean? don't go too big of a deficit. That's exclamation mark fat loss. Watch that video. Alpha was launched? Nobody's playing it, right? Fat loss with a T. Sorry, without a T. Oh, not quite that one either, Piante. Not quite that one either. But yeah, you're not. I mean, as long as you can train hard, you're probably not gonna lose too much muscle, right? That's like the main thing. So don't go too low in calories. So you can still train hard and put the muscle that you've got under the, the same kind of tension, right? Oh wow, too sick. Way to work, man. Good stuff. You're back after it. I'm still having fun with Diablo Immortal, but yeah, I think Elden Ring is kind of like the next game that's kind of like presenting itself to me. I think I would like it. You just kind of have to be in the right mood for it. And I'll say this, it better be a fucking hit on stream, because if it's not a hit on stream, it's not worth the frustration, I don't think. Which is not necessarily a great attitude going into it, but we'll see. If it doesn't really pop off on stream, it's not worth playing for the frustration. Even if it's like one of the best games ever made. So. You can opt in for beta? For what beta? I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, we probably should, like, we'll get invited to those things. You know. I could opt in, but we're, they'll probably reach out, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's awesome, get them. That's awesome. Still doing our thing, huh? They focus on training thing? No, focus on bodybuilding. But, we do have a little Twitch Rivals powerlifting meet coming up that we're trying to get ready for, so there's that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully we can get into the Dragonflight stuff and Diablo stuff. It'll be good. I don't think we've done anything to make anybody mad, so it should be okay. I know we're not the biggest content creator or anything, but I still think we're in good relations. Yep, the next one's coming up in 2 weeks. Today's the 13th, right? Yep, so I guess it's 2 weeks from now on Monday, it looks like. Should be fun, huh? Should be fun. But yeah, I gotta wrap it up and go get out for the walk. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the subbies too. Helping us get the day started, man. Trying to keep this channel pumping, bros. In the gains and gains. I appreciate you guys working with me on it. For sure. Doing our thing, man. Doing our thing. Wasn't the gap? I don't remember. I don't remember exactly when the last one was. I mean, probably a little while, but not too long. I mean, like, they go pretty well. People seem to have fun with them, and I bet they're good for Twitch too. Want to burn tummy fat? you can't really target fat loss. You just need to be in a deficit. Watch that video. Pretty much what it comes down to there, man. Yep. Gotta be in a deficit. Pretty much all there is to it. Yep. But that video gets you going. That is the bare basics of any fat loss. Doesn't matter what kind of bullshit diet you have heard about or what you have been led to believe. There's a lot of misinformation out there designed to keep you confused and buying things. But it really just comes down to discipline with how much calories you're eating. That's all there is to it. Your body will eventually burn belly fat, but you can't really target it, so. Yep. I'll start tracking them cows. Yeah. Wookie exclamation mark fat loss. Watch that video. Yeah. You cannot target fat loss, no. Dieting is really about what works for you. Sure, but dieting is what really works for you to maintain a deficit, right? You forgot that part. It's whatever allows you to comfortably maintain a deficit. Just to be very clear, because whatever works for you, it doesn't necessarily address the key component, which is deficit of calories. But yes, whatever allows you to comfortably, sustainably maintain a deficit of calories while hitting your protein and fat goals, yes. There you go. Yeah. I mean, there's a proficient way at what you're good at. Right, but you have to be in a deficit to lose fat. That's the crucial component. Is something perfect done? I mean, I work from home, right? So down to one cooked day a week if I can. Yeah, just just bake a bunch of chicken or grill a bunch of chicken and then just make a bunch of rice. Done. Throw some veggies in the microwave or have like a salad, like a prepackaged salad, something like that. Boom, done. Dunzo. Good to go. Yep. There's that. But a deficit of calories is the key component to fat loss. That's what I'm telling you to do on. Get some sauce. Yeah, get some sauce in there. You usually do noodles and rice, whatever you prefer. Whatever you prefer. Yep. All right. I have something great for you. Yeah, whatever. Once again, whatever allows you to comfortably maintain a deficit of calories while getting in your protein and fat that you need. Yep. And then whatever else, whatever meal timing, whatever macronutrient balance you want, all good. All good. But all right, I gotta wrap it up so I can go for a walk with Jenny. I will see you guys in a bit. Probably like 1 p.m. Be a little 4-hour gaming stream. Try to get up early tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out. We can continue the games and gains discussion this afternoon on the gaming stream. But I once again appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys follow the stream. Go check out the YouTube videos and whatnot. We'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.